Ruth Edith Horace Harley was born on May 26, 1910, in North New York City. She was born into a Jewish family and completed her primary and secondary school education in New York. In 1930, Horowitz received her BA from Cornell University. She then attended Teachers College of Columbia University and received her master's degree in 1932. Soon after her master's in 1935, Horowitz married Eugene Leonard Horowitz Hartley in 1942. Ruth and Eugene changed their surname from Horowitz to Hartley to avoid discrimination on the bias of the Jewish origin. That year, Horowitz put her academic career on hold so that she could manage her household and rear her two children. While absent with her studies, Horowitz accepted a position as an assistant regional supervisor of the New York State Department of Education from 1935 to 1937. In 1939, she returned to psychology and worked at the Family Society of Yonkers as a clinical psychologist. Horowitz then pursued her doctoral studies at the Columbia University in 1944 at the age of 34. She received her PhD in clinical. For her dissertation, Horowitz conducted an experiment that examined the society in boys from ages 10 through 12 years of age. The dissertation, titled Society in Pre-Adolescent Boys, was published in 1946 as a 117-page journal article. In 1945, she received her first academic appointment at the Brooklyn College, where she was an instructor in psychology for her years. She then joined her husband at the City College of New York from 1946 to 1947. Horace's longest held position of 11 years was at the Caroline Institution, where she had a role in principal investigation of a project involving mental health and children's play. Following her research at Caroline Zach, Horowitz pursued academic positions at a number of different institutions. She works as an associate professor in psychology at Long Island University. She then lectured at various colleges and universities in Australia and New Zealand. Next, she accepted the position of a research professor in the human development of University of Hawaii. Next, she accepted the position of research professor in the human development department at the university in Canada. After which, she became professor and chairperson of the development psychology of the University of Wisconsin Green Bay. During this time, she held the concurrent position of visiting professor of psychology and chairperson of the Department of Psychology at Murdoch University in Australia from 1975 to 1976. In 1977, she retired with the title of Professor of Growth and Development and moved with her husband to Arizona. She received her BA at Cornell University in 1930, her MA at Columbia University in 1932, her PhD at Columbia University in 1944. Some of her important work is Projective Methods in the Psychological Study of Children. That was published in 1938. In 1939, she published Racial Aspects of Self-Identification of Nursery School Children. In 1946, The Sociology in Adolescent Boys, the Teachers College Tribute to Education. In 1952, The Fundamentals of Social Psychology in New York. In 1952, Growing Through Play, Experience of Teddy and Bud in New York. In 1962, Children's Perception and Expressions of Sex Preferences, Child Development. And in 1964, Sex Role Identification. Her career focuses were child development of sex roles, personality, racial identity, and projective tests.